an awesome driver. I really can't tell you. He's really got this team pumped up.
I tell you, this team was championship caliber today. That's for sure.
This is a great victory for Jeff Gordon.
Real proud of this DuPont Chevrolet and this whole group of Rainbow Warriors, man. I got to thank them.
I came here with the thought of this is where I want to be winning races and championships, and how cool would it be if you could bring the first championship to Rick Hendrick. 93, it was really my third year ever driving a stock car.
Jeff and I have had like the same rapport since the day we met. He could tell me what he's feeling and I could almost picture it. I always wanted to accomplish something big in racing and he did too. And we both had the piece that the other person needed.
94, it was still learning, but the strength of the team, the end of 94, I knew we could win races.
Heading into 95, Chevrolet was switching to the new Monte Carlo. Chevrolet put a lot of emphasis on the development. We worked closely with Richard Childress and folks at RCR, and it was really, I think, one of the first times that two major teams worked that hard together on a development. I don't feel like I ever got a real good handle on the Lumina. I felt like, man, the only guy that could make the Lumina go was Dale Earnhardt or Richard Childress. Just had a good feeling about that car from the first time that I saw it.
We were just building every year, getting stronger. So I think that Hendrick was on the brink of this all coming together. You take that and the combination of Ray and myself and that 24 team, I think it was sort of inevitable. Hendrick was going to get a championship.
Hendrick Motorsports was ready. We weren't sure if it was going to be us or Terry Labonte. There were some really great people there.
From my standpoint, I don't know that I felt like I was quite ready to put an entire season together to go up against the best like Earnhardt.
That if you wanted to win the championship, you had to go through the three car. You had to beat Richard Childress and Dale Earnhardt. That was the bottom line. And that's who we set our sights on.
And you had Bobby Labonte. Gibbs was really growing and evolving quickly. And it kind of showed up pretty early in the season. It was Earnhardt and Labonte.
Hey, you got to earn your rights when you're racing with Earnhardt.
And then the crowds were big, reactions were big. Everything just, was magnified because of Dale Earnhardt Sr. and because of, what we were doing with the 24 car. And then it came out in the media because we started becoming 1-2 in the points, and then it was on.
See how happy and how friendly these guys are standing here right now? Give them about 10 minutes.
Earnhardt started the season strong.
Dale Earnhardt wins.
Let's take a look at the points. Dale Earnhardt remains on top.
It's like those first 10 races, even though it looks very hit or miss, we were up front, very competitive, qualifying strong. We were running really good, leading a lot of laps, no matter what the results were. That first half of the year, it was frustrating because he was putting the consistency together, and you're going, if we ever do put it together, how are we ever going to catch him? And so it wasn't hard to get to that summer where we got on this streak because we're running so good. So we knew we had it. We just had to put it together.
They scramble. It's Jeff Gordon winning.
Jeff Gordon made the biggest jump, 4 positions from 8th to 4th.
Wins the Slick 5300.
He's going to win it. Yes, indeed. Gordon wins the Purelator 500 by Aaron Wallace. Gordon wins. Earnhardt finishes second. Westy is third. Chevrolet clinches the manufacturer's championship. Jeff wins his 6th of the year. Jeff Gordon takes the checkered flag and wins his first career short track.
Jeff Gordon vaults into the point lead.
You just look at that streak of races. I think I counted it's like 14 races in a row. Bet we averaged 4th or 5th through that whole run. That's tough to do.
Now we've got this winning thing figured out. All we thought about was winning every week.
I look at that and I think of our race team and how proud I am of what we accomplished there. And that was the championship right there, was making that run. And then once we got the points lead, Dale was playing the mind games and really building it up in the media. And because he's like, okay, I don't think we can beat these guys on the track. I've got to figure out other ways, how to get in Jeff's head, or we get in the team's head. I mean, just everything that he possibly could. Wonder Boy, you name it. He was tossing it out there.
Wonder Boy's here.
I hear him talking about me.
You talk like a little girl.
That was tough on us. When you hear Dale Earnhardt saying things, in the media, and then they stick a microphone in your face and say, "Hey, Dale just said this about you," and Dale just did. You're like, how do I react to this?
I'm sorry, man. I'm just not as big as you. Not as big a man as you.
You guys are a lot of fun. Good luck to both of you here today. Jeff Gordon, the would-be champion. Dale Earnhardt, the 7-time champ, going for 8.
You just couldn't get caught up in the head games, and we just kept, keep our head down, get to the racetrack. Don't get caught up in it. Don't react to it, and then go perform on race day. And that's what we did, and it worked.
And we get to Atlanta, and I think we have to have however many points. We go out there, and our car is just junk.
He also said as bad as that thing was driving, he said, why couldn't we find some volunteer to take over the seat for a while?
I do remember that there was a point in that race where we clinched.
The championship goes to Jeff Gordon.
So I said, let's just have some fun. I mean, we're the 1995 champions. I said, anybody who has never gone over the wall to make a pit stop, raise their hand.
Wow, Ray Everdale going to take the right foot. Rick Hendrick doing a wonderful job on the windshield.
Jeff drives off, and he comes on the radio, and he goes, was that Rick cleaning the windshield?
It was an amazing moment and time that I don't remember all the details. I just remember, that it was a relief as well as just a huge celebration to win my first championship, Ray's first championship, so many people on that team, probably everybody's first championship, Rick Hendrick Motorsports' first championship. I feel like 95 was just the culmination of all the hard work and effort and the relationship that Ray and I and the team have been building.
Winning that Cup championship, it makes all of the hours, the things that you go through, it makes it worth it.
It really couldn't have been a whole lot better than it was in 95.
I'd like to recognize a man who never let up on his efforts to win his 8th championship. Dale Earnhardt is a true competitor and a great champion.
Once we finally got the championship done, then we could start kind of having fun with that. And so of course, wanted to do something to recognize what a dream come true it was for us to race against Dale Earnhardt Sr. and then to be able to come out on top.
We always had a tremendous amount of respect for Dale Earnhardt and the 3-car team.
I wanted to respect him as much as possible because of everything that he had done in the sport and the amount of respect I had for him as a driver and a competitor. So I wanted to toast him, but then at the same time, he said they're going to serve milk, so we had to do it, with milk.
Dale, great effort, man.
As soon as he stood up and toasted back with a smile on his face, I knew that it went over well. At that time, felt like every race and every season, we were motivated to have to prove it and prove ourselves, and it wasn't going to be easy. There's always a competitor that you're going to have to face that's going to look at what you're accomplishing and zero in on it and make you a target. As soon as you win a championship, all of a sudden you're in the crosshairs of everybody. I think at that point it was, we're on our way to doing something really special.